Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. Today, I just want to talk about things that happen during the course of our day-to-day lives that can give us hope. Just things that will remind you and hopefully spark some other ideas too. So something that came right to mind is witnessing unexpected kindness. Those moments when someone else goes out of their way to help someone without expecting anything in return. It reminds us of the fundamental goodness that exists in all of us, even during challenging times. And we also know that our brain releases feel-good chemicals when we show kindness to others, when we are the recipient of kindness, and even when we witness the kindness of someone else for someone else. It's the ultimate win-win-win feel-good moment. Another time I think that can bring us hope is when we recover from failure or setback. The experience of falling down, but finding the strength to get back up proves our resilience and teaches us that difficulties are temporary. They're not permanent conditions of life. And all of us have evidence that we've been able to come through and persevere at different things that have happened in our lives. And this is also when we might need to ask for help or acknowledge that we can't do everything on our own. I want to be the kind of person that people come to when they need some help, and I also want to be willing to ask for help when I need it. To me, that's very hopeful. And lastly, I think reconnecting with old friends and remembering to surround ourselves with people that we care about and that care about us in return. Relationships, especially when they survive distance and time, it demonstrates that it can endure and even deepen. And it shows us that some bonds transcend circumstance or common geography. Are you good at keeping in touch? That's something I would like to do a better job of. My mom was great at this. She kept in touch with letters and cards, and then later years, phone calls with people for years and years. And to this day, she still gets phone calls from a woman who befriended her when they were stationed. My dad was in the Air Force when my mom and dad were stationed in Florida in the 60s. Her friend is now in her 90s and my mom is in her 80s, and still they have phone chats. So much of life feels planned, and we have routines and structure, and I'm glad for that. Who wants chaos every day? Not me. But a nice surprise now and then is kind of cool. I remind myself, and I want to remind you too, that being intentional about the kind of day you want to have and the kind of person you want to be makes a difference. There's real hope in choosing. So here's to a great day today and an even better tomorrow.